this is Mary from Fit This Girl, and I just wanted to do a short vlog today about a question that I got regarding my weight loss journey this past week, and it was a really important question, I feel, because it didn't have anything to do with how I lost the weight or how I got healthy or how I got fit. What it addressed was, how did I gain the weight in the first place? Which I think a lot of people who have been through a weight loss journey, who have got to a highest weight that they were uncomfortable with and needed to make a change, understand that it's not something that happens overnight. It happens gradually. It's like the idea that you need to clean your house in one afternoon, but it didn't get messy in just one afternoon. So it takes a little bit of time. It takes a process, just like everything. I was out for lunch one afternoon with a friend of mine, and we were sitting next to a woman who was overweight, and the friend commented and said, what kind of experience do you think that woman had that would cause her to gain that much weight or to become that big? And speaking from experience, I looked at my friend and I said, well, I don't think it's just one single experience. For myself, it wasn't even something that I really took notice that it was happening until I got to my highest weight, came home from the doctor, called my mom, told her the number on the scale while I was smoking, a pack of cigarettes, and just said, this is unhealthy. It's just getting to be too much. And it wasn't one particular instance that hurt me or scarred me or pushed me over the edge and caused me to gain weight. It was an overnight, it was a process. It was feeling inadequate at my job and trying to find my value somewhere else. It was struggling through a couple relationships and using food to help me feel like I had a place and help me cope with the stress that I was dealing with in those relationships. A lot of it is emotional. And I think we can all understand that. A lot of the intake that we have as far as food has nothing to do with hunger. It has to do with sadness or stress or feelings of inadequacy or feelings of whether or not we're valued. Or it's just something that we did once or twice and it's a habit. It's just a learned habit. And we can relearn those things. We can take a step back and say, do I find my value in eating this great big meal in front of me? Is it going to fill me up? Is it going to fill this void or this sadness? No. So we can learn a different way to do that, a different way to handle those emotions that we're not used to handling. And that, of course, is the other bottom line, is you need to find out the emotions that you're having, why you're having them, and to acknowledge them and to say, I'm feeling sad. I'm not hungry. I'm stressed out. I'm not hungry. I'm angry because of the email that I just got or the conversation I just had with my coworker. And that can be a hard thing to do. It can be a hard thing to pinpoint because it means that we have to be present in that situation and present with ourselves and honest and say, this is really what's happening. And when you can do that and pinpoint those emotions, then you can say, I'm not going to stress eat or eat out of sadness or even just eat out of habit because it's what I'm used to doing. So I thought it was a really great question. Everybody talks about, how did you lose the weight? Did you do Weight Watchers, counting calories, working out, running, things like that? Because that's the process that we all need to go through to get the weight off. But the most important process before that one is where we take a look at why we gained the weight, why we're eating the way that we're eating, why we're using these things as outlets for sadness, stress, anger, all that other stuff, or if we're just doing it out of habit. So it was a really great question. I thought it was a really valuable thing to talk about and to just say, we need to examine these things, because if anybody can change their diet for a week or so, anybody can change their diet for a month or a couple months. But we all know people who have gone through programs or Weight Watchers who keep coming back, and it's a habitual thing. And they have to continually count points or continually go on these diets. And I think that getting really to the bottom of the emotional reason as to why we're eating or the habits that we've learned or the habits that we've cultivated and that we need to be present to so we can break, that's going to keep us from having these diets be this habitual lifestyle. So instead changing from the unhealthy lifestyle to the healthy lifestyle and having that be our habit. So I thought it was a great question. I just wanted to address it. I know that a lot of you out there have been right there with me where you're at your highest weight, you're uncomfortable, you're unhappy, you're sad, and getting it off is a huge process. It's a huge journey, and it's a wonderful accomplishment. And getting to the bottom of why we got there in the first place is going to be your starting point and your launching pad for success with that journey. So I just wanted to share that. I thought it was a really great question and a really valid point that we should all talk about. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.